Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to ginandjuicetv.
All right. I like your background back there.
Thank
Cool.
you.
My name is Chris DeMakes. I play guitar and sing in a band called Less Than Jake. We're from Gainesville, Florida.
Less than Jake. Okay, awesome. Tell me about the name. Like, where did that come from?
It came from I used to have this parakeet, and his name was Jake. And my mom liked the bird more than she liked my brother or me. And so there was times when we'd be playing too loud and the bird didn't like it and he was getting excited and my mom would make us stop, so we were less than Jake, less than
Oh,
Jake.
that's so cool. I love that. Your band has been around since the early 90s. How has your sound evolved over the years?
I think we've gotten better as musicians. I
Yeah.
hope we have. You know, I, I have this conversation quite a bit. As a band that's been around for as long as we have,
Hmm.
um, either you you know you have to stick to some kind of playbook, some kind of formula.
Yeah.
We try to change up things here or there, but there's a very fine line between, oh, they made the same record again, it sounds just like all their old stuff, or oh, they changed too much, they don't sound like they used to. So
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, you have to make yourself happy first.
Nah, for sure. I agree. Because there's a lot of bands that are still making waves and, they're very successful. But I know what you mean. There's also a little bit of pressure from the fans to either, just like you said, like not to sound too different, but also kind of keep up with the trends and the times. And on that note, since you guys have been around for such a long time, how do you find connecting with your fans, like with the technology changes and everything?
Well, that's interesting because your our fans have gotten older with us as a
Yeah.
whole. They have to keep up with the technology too. That's
Yeah.
the they have to know that you're coming to their town and keep up with you. So
Yeah.
it kind of goes both ways. And we've seen a lot of things come and go in 32 years, as you could imagine.
Mhm.
Just from a technology speaking in the music industry, we were recording on cassette tape when we started, and
Yeah.
then it went to CD, and then there was this thing called the MP3 that everybody didn't know what that meant at first. And then from there, it's like, now it's where it's at. And if you don't keep up, you get swallowed. But you also have to hope that your fans keep up with you too. And so far, it's good.
Okay, awesome. Good to know. And you guys just released Brand New Day. Tell us how the creation was with making that song. Was there any challenges making the track?
The only challenges we have are the challenges that we present to ourselves on a daily basis. Just being who we are. No, it was a song. Our drummer actually brought the song in. He plays a little guitar. He can get around on the guitar, and he wrote the basic chords. And he had another song too. And then our bass player heard both of these songs and kind of said, "I think these songs could make one really, really great song." So
Yeah.
we kind of morphed it, and from there, it kind of did its own thing, and there it is.
Okay, cool. And you guys tend to blend a lot of humor with social commentary in a lot of your songs. How do you balance the two elements?
That's a good question. I definitely think that two places that really get our humor have always been Australia, English speaking,
Okay.
and the UK. And both places, Australians have a wicked sense of humor, as you know.
Yeah.
So that's the easy part. Blending it with the other, I guess the answer is we never really thought about it.
Yeah.
I think that you know when we go out on stage, our goal is, and it's always been, that anybody that walks through that door, they leave whatever they went on during their day or what's going on in their life, they leave it at the door, and we come have a couple hours together and have a good time.
And how do you guys maintain the pace of being in a band after being together for so long and, touring together and all of that?
Um,
Do you guys ever want
transit
to kill each other at some points?
transcendental meditation and yoga. We
Okay.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you want to kill each other. You're living in close quarters. But you know what? It's like anything else in life. I rarely complain to people outside of my circle about my job because they're like, "Ah, you get to travel the world and do this." But we all can complain, and there's some downtime now and again, but for the most part, it's great.
You guys are considered a ska punk band. Would you describe yourself as a ska punk band?
Sure. Yeah. I think with that, you have to educate people of what a band sounds like, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably the most accurate description. Then the next thing you're going to run into is if someone goes, "Well, what's ska?" You
Yeah.
know, you have to explain that to them. So I always say that we're a power trio with a horn section. I don't know if that's
Yeah. Yeah, no, I kind of describe ska punk. I was actually just explaining it to a friend of mine who isn't too familiar with that genre, and I said, okay, so think of punk and then add some brass instruments to it.
good. That's a good description.
And you guys have been considered like a gateway band to the ska punk genre. How does that feel?
Um, well, it feels great. I wish that somehow we could have signed a contract to get residuals for that monetarily years ago. No, I'm joking. Um, it's awesome. It's awesome to be spoke in those circles.
Yeah.
Uh, People that would hold you in that regard.
Mhm.
I it's awesome. What else can you say about it? It's fantastic. I never in a million years, when you start out doing this
Yeah.
in your bedroom, you're looking in the mirror and pretending you're your favorite rock star, that you would ever think that you could go and uh, leave 5 minutes and play a show up the road, let alone fly across the ocean and go play a show in
Yeah.
Australia. Great.
Yeah, nah, that's cool. Are there any emerging ska punk bands that you're a fan of?
Yeah,
Any like up and coming
there's
artists?
a bunch of them out. We're taking this band called Kill Lincoln out with us pretty soon in the
Mm-hmm.
States. Another band from New York called Title Holder that's doing really well. Another band called Keep Flying. So there's a number of bands that are flying the flag.
Okay, I'll look those up for sure. And looking back at your career, are there any specific albums or songs that you'd say were like any standouts and why?
Oh gosh. The first 10 songs on the most 10 Spotify, the most played Less Than Jake songs. Those are the ones I'm going with today.
You're funny. Okay, awesome. Do you have any guilty pleasure tracks or artists that you listen to?
Oh, geez. Well, there's a Australian artist. You ever heard of Billy Thorpe?
No, I haven't.
Probably not. He had an album. I think the album was called this too. He had a song. I think it was 1976 called "Children of the Sun." Billy Thorpe. Go check it out. That's my
Okay.
guilty pleasure.
You seem to be intrigued a lot by Australia. What are you looking forward to the most about your tour? Because you're coming out in, what is it, a month or something from now?
Yeah, be out in a month. Just looking to get back. This time of the year is beautiful. It's
Yeah,
right before you're gonna get into the summertime.
yeah.
People, there's that vibe in the air. It's the same vibe that we get here in the States in May, before our summer is gonna start. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like I don't know. There's something about the changing of that season. It's I don't know. We've had amazing shows down there. The fans are great.
Hmm.
I don't know what's not to like about it. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever partaked in any Aussie cultural traditions? Any like have you done the shoey or anything before?
No, I mean we've played some crazy places. Nothing. I'm trying to think of traditional stuff. I'm sure if I thought for a minute that we've been there enough. We've done a bunch of cool stuff, but we played Darwin before. We went up
Okay.
there. and that was pretty crazy. We played north, pretty north of Perth at one point, pretty south of Perth at one point.
Oh
Some,
wow. So you've gone
pretty,
to a lot of like the rural areas because usually when bands or artists come, they honestly just go Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne. Sometimes they don't even hit Perth.
yeah, no, it's very expensive, and that was, you know, we were a younger band at that time, and it was kind of like, okay, we're going to go into Perth. That's going to be the money show. We're going to be able to fly and get everybody there, and then we're
Yeah.
going to do these two other little punk shows. That's an hour this way and an hour that way, and you know, those sometimes those shows are the best because the people in those areas, they're starved for entertainment. So when a band comes,
Yeah.
like the whole town shows up and goes crazy.
Nah, for sure. I think more bands and artists need to start doing that for real. Because, like I said, a lot of them, they literally just do the three big cities and then that's it. And then I get a lot of people complaining, like, especially from Perth and South Australia. They just say, no one ever comes here. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
to say.
Well, we're not playing outside of Perth, but we are getting back to Perth. That's important. We every time we're in Australia, we make it a point to get over there.
Mm.
And but yeah, it's a big country, and there's
Yeah,
a lot in the middle that there's nothing to do.
literally, it's like desert.
Yeah.
What's your favorite festival or concert that you've ever played? Has anything that's been like a standout show?
I mean, so many. I mean, I could start with Australia, the Soundwave Festival that we used to
Oh
do.
yeah.
I mean, was just, you know, absolutely incredible. One of the most cool and the way it was organized, it was just it was fantastic. And how
Mm.
you could get that many bands together to fly. And every morning you'd be in the airport and you'd look over and like there, you know, there's Nine Inch Nails and there's this other huge band, and you know, you're all touring together. It's an insane operation.
I think I saw you at the Soundwave. Was that 2009 or 2008?
We were there in 2009 and we were there in 2011 as well.
I saw you in 2009.
Yeah,
I
you
used to
were there.
love Soundwave. They shut that down.
Yes,
That
yes.
was like the Australian, I mean, nothing comes close to the Vans Warped Tour, but that was the closest thing that we ever got to the Vans Warped
Yeah,
Tour.
and you were probably very young, but
Yeah,
or not probably, you were very young. In 2003, we used to play a festival in Australia called Livid Festival. Do you remember that?
I do not know Livid Festival. I know they used to be Big Day Out.
Yeah, we never played Big, or did we play Big Day Out? I don't
Yeah,
think we
did you
did
ever
Big
play
Day
Big
Out.
Day Out?
Yeah.
I want to play a game with you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, something fun. So, have you ever played this or that?
I have not played this or that.
Really? Okay. So, this or you know what it is?
I don't.
Oh, okay. So it's
I mean,
basically
unless it's like a game when I might have played it as a kid, it might have been called something different here. What is this?
so it's basically I'm gonna ask you two things, and you're gonna pick one or the other.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. This is this or that. So love or money,
Love.
trucks or cars,
Cars.
thick or thin.
Gosh, it depends. I'm going with thick right now.
Okay. Tall or short,
Tall.
boobs or butt.
But
All right. Natural or fake.
natural.
To give or receive,
Give.
public or private.
I wanted to say both.
You can say both.
Private.
Okay, romantic or toxic.
Romantic.
What's the romantic thing you've done?
What's the romantic thing I've done?
Yeah.
In what, like something romantic I've done in a relationship?
Yeah. Or
Uh,
anything.
I once sent a $200 care package because it cost that much through immigration to an ex-girlfriend in Italy because she was
Oh,
over there lonely. It was like a blanket and all this stuff.
oh, cute. What's the uh what's the most toxic thing you've done? You don't have to answer that one if you don't want to.
Yeah, I
You
sent
don't
some texts and emails to an ex that I wasn't too proud of. You know,
okay, that's nothing.
yeah. I mean, we maybe all did that, but I was to the point where, yeah, I needed to cool it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Beauty or brains?
Brains.
Nintendo or PlayStation?
Nintendo.
Yes, retro all day. Tapes or CDs?
As much as I want to say cassettes, I'm going for CDs. Cassettes
Okay.
suck.
Yeah, I love CDs too. Hennessy or tequila?
Tequila.
Okay, Metallica or Slipknot?
And I say tequila because I've never actually had Hennessy.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
like actually it's not like anything. It's its own thing. So try
Is it a
it.
liqueur? Is it a liqueur? Is it a
It's a brandy,
brandy? Oh, okay.
but it's
Okay.
nice. It gets you lit, but I personally love tequila, but yeah, Hennessy, it's good. It's good as well. Um, Metallica or Slipknot?
Metallica.
Simpsons or Rick and Morty?
Simpsons.
Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
Stage dives or Wall of Death?
uh, if I'm in, I don't want to be in either one of them. I'll say stage dive.
Has everyone stage dives at your shows?
Oh
They
yeah,
do.
oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially with, yeah, your music. Surfing or skating?
Skating.
Okay, cool. That's it. Thank you so much.
I made
It was
it.
a pleasure to meet you. I'm coming to your show, take some photos and
Awesome.
some
I'm sorry.
reels.
Which show are you going to be
Oh,
at?
I'm from Sydney, so I'm coming to the Sydney one. I think, oh, your one is like a day before Halloween
It is. Yeah.
on the 30th.
Are we the 29th or is it the 30th?
I'm pretty sure it's the 30th.
Yeah, it's the 30th. It's a Wednesday. Yeah, it's the day before Halloween.
Ah, are you guys dressing up or anything?
You know what? I haven't thought about it until just now when you mentioned it. I'm gonna have to send a text to the guys.
Yeah, tell them. It's literally because Halloween's the 31st. So, and Australia is a little bit weak when it comes to the Halloween traditions. It's not like America, but maybe like put something out to your Sydney fans and tell them, hey, come dress up to the show or something.
Yes, I definitely will. And come say hello.
I will. I definitely will. Do you mind doing a quick shout out to Gin and Juice TV?
Hey, this is Chris DeMakes from Less Than Jake, and you're watching Gin and Juice TV.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Have a great day.
amazing evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.